I was hopeful, but I didn't expect that he would actually pull it off because the prep race was so confusing to me. We wanted to have a nice, easy prep race where he would follow horses, make a run. If he won, fine. If he didn't, it wouldn't bother me. I just didn't want to see him get knocked out. And he had a race that should have knocked out a normal horse. But Graham did a fantastic job. This horse never looked this fit before. It was awesome.
And so, obviously, were you trying to sort of keep your expectations under lock and key as you see there, or were you really feeling quite confident?
I don't think like that. I just am like that. Okay? I guess I manage my own expectations without thinking about it. Usually I get nervous. I was not nervous.
And when you saw the horse turning into the straight and obviously going clear, they had them all under pressure. Okay, Red Cadeau was running out of the pack, but by then the race was sort of won. What was your thoughts coming into the straight?
My thoughts were, I hope this horse doesn't bleed like every American told me he's going to do without Lasix. And I was thrilled to death to win a race like this without medication. It means a lot to me and to the horse and to the breeding industry.
And it's a Kentucky Derby, Dubai World Cup. That's a tremendous achievement and a great testament to the quality of the horse.
He's a very unique, unusual horse. And I hope that breeders embrace him and appreciate him. He's one of the few horses that's good enough to win any race, including a Guineas at a mile. And he can win a race like this at a mile and a quarter. And I would think at a mile and a half, based on how he ran in the Belmont, after what happened to him in that race, at a mile and a half wouldn't bother him. He's just a very unique horse.
Okay, well, I'll bring in Graham now, who's analysing the race with his jockey and reliving every moment of those just over 2 minutes. But Graham, for you, I know when we spoke earlier in the week, you really just wanted the horse to prove himself on the biggest stage of all, sort of proving that he's a worthy of that Kentucky Derby win and what he's done since.
I think he did that. Yeah, it was fantastic. I mean, he's just an extraordinary animal. He reminded me very much of the Derby today, the way he won. It was the same kind of run he made. Turning for home, he just seemed so confident, so full of run. This is probably what he wants to do. This is his trip, and he's an extraordinary animal.
And when you were watching that race unfold, coming into the straight, what was going through your mind? Thinking, were you pinching yourself?
Yeah, a little bit. I watched down on the ground, so it was a little bit hard to see how clear he was, but. When this horse goes clear like that, you feel pretty confident in him. He's a very powerful horse. He's an extraordinary animal.
And Joel, your trainer describing him as an extraordinary animal. Describe the feeling of riding this horse.
He's a really good horse, like Graham say, and the whole way he just put me in the right spot. He's kind of to hold on. And today was all hang, so that was awesome.
And we got a good position early on, and they went, they weren't hanging around, but you always were in a very handy position.
Yeah, just kind of, with a little bit, I don't know about it. He was, a little. I know there's not a lot of speed in the race, I just have that horse in front of me. He was kind of, trying to get it to relax, and but he handled himself well. Like when I turned him for home, as you can see his ear, back and forth, and he was like looking around and just like say, this. He's there, so that was awesome. Yeah.
And for you winning here, I get the sense that you were pretty pleased, and this is a big moment in your career as well as the horses.
Yes, this I've been dreaming this race for always my career, and now I got the chance to win it. Just have to thank you to this guy, to those two guys right here, and in all the coordination to really give me the opportunity to to ride him. If they not give me the opportunity, I'm pretty sure I'll not be here. So, thank you for that.
And John Massaro at the end, coming in, and how much does it? Seeing that what happened today must have been absolutely sensational from your perspective.
Well, I'm a latecomer in the game here with this horse because I only got involved around Christmas time. So all the accolades have to go to our friends here on the left. They did all the planning and all the preparation. But I'm thrilled to be involved with him, and I feel that I can play my part when the horse goes to stud sometime in the next 12 months. So I'm thrilled. It's a wonderful thrill. And what a venue to do it in, and what a style he did it in. We took the view after the Breeders' Cup Mile that this was probably the best mile, a 2,000-metre horse in the world, And I think tonight he went away towards proving that.
And Graham, next stop, England, I think, isn't it? That's well, obviously now.
Yeah.
First part of the double's done.
Yeah, he ships to England on Saturday. Obviously, I'll talk to John in the morning about it. My kids won't let me leave tonight, which I was supposed to do. So, but seriously, I mean, we'll discuss it, see how he is tomorrow. Alice just texted me and said he got back to Barn in good shape. So we've got some planning to do.
Yeah.
And so do you know what might be where you base him? Or?
I think we'll talk about it in the morning. You know, I'm not a big believer in getting too far ahead of myself. I think I've driven Barry crazy with that sometimes, and I'm not wanting to. It was hard to discuss. You know, when we were pointing for this race, it was hard to think about England, quite frankly. But you know, hopefully now we can talk about it and come up with a plan.
But comparing Kentucky Derby night and this night, sort of. I mean, obviously, they're in different races and different sort of history behind each. But a
couple of people have asked me that. You know, it's a hard thing to do. It's they're just two spectacular events, and you know, to be here in this country, Sheikh Mohammed is so welcoming to us. It's incredible what he puts on here. It's nothing I've ever seen. I mean, it's amazing. We're very fortunate.
And Ascot for the pair of the owners, would that be something you would love to sort of, rounding off his career to sort of this double?
When we did the deal with John, this was our goal here. And if we ran well enough here, it was going to be strictly up to John to decide if we wanted to run at Ascot. If he decides that's what we want to do, then we'll get together and figure out which race we want to go in. But as I said, he's a unique horse. I haven't seen too many American horses that could go to England and win a race at Ascot. It's just, I mean, a proper race. I'm not talking about a 2-year-old race. It's very difficult. And now Graham, once again, has got another major challenge here, which is how do you take a horse that was in the United States, ran in Dubai, then go to England and run in England in a couple of months. I don't envy him for that one.
So, John, over to you.
Yeah, well, I think I ascribe to the concept that it's very bad to make decisions on days like today when we're very fuzzy in the mind, very excited about what's just happened. But in the cool light of day, we'll think it through. We came into this horse basically as a stallion proposition, but it's been great to win this race and certainly has underpinned the stallion value. It would be one step further if he went to England and was able to win at Royal Ascot, but there are risks and logistics involved. So we need to sit down in the cool light of day tomorrow and have a bit of a chat about it with Barry and Graham and see where we go and what the risks and rewards are.